Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another exciting episode of Trigger Warning Radio. I am your host, the Kaiju Conservative. So CNN and Jim Acosta have sued President Trump over his revocation of Jim Acosta's press pass after Jim Acosta was seen on national television from multiple camera angles assaulting a White House intern when the intern tried to take his microphone away. Now, CNN released a statement through Brian Stelter on their own network, so let's go ahead and take a look at that report.
CNN is taking action after the White House ban our chief White House correspondent, Jim Acosta. A lawsuit has been filed against the president and others in the Trump administration. Brian Stelter joins us now. Brian, walk us through this.
This is a historic moment for press freedom in the United States. A lawsuit by CNN and Jim Acosta against President Trump and several other top aides. I can show you the statement that's been issued just now from CNN. It begins by saying, CNN filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration this morning in D.C. District Court. It demands the return of the White House credentials of CNN's chief White House correspondent, Jim Acosta. The wrongful revocation of these credentials violates CNN and Acosta's First Amendment rights of freedom of the press and their Fifth Amendment rights to due process. We have asked this court for an immediate restraining order requiring the pass be returned to Jim and will seek permanent relief as part of this process. So what does that mean? Essentially, it means CNN's asking for a hearing today in D.C. District Court, today or tomorrow, sometime this week, to get a temporary order to get Acosta's press pass back right away. Then CNN will also seek what's called permanent relief so that this doesn't happen again in the future.
Now, I'm not going to get into whether or not President Trump is able to bar reporters from White House press briefings. That's something that's going to get hashed out in the courts by people far smarter than me. I will say, though, that it has happened a couple of times in history where specific reporters have had their press passes revoked. Very often, usually it's because of a security concern or something like that, not because of any content or anything that the reporter is. I think assaulting a White House intern who is trying to do her job on national television definitely would qualify as a security concern. No, what I find much more interesting is the fact that CNN is basically saying that they have to sue President Trump and get Jim Acosta's press badge back because freedom of the speech is important, freedom of the press is important, and if it's happening to CNN today, it could happen to anybody else tomorrow or whenever President Trump decides that he doesn't like a particular reporter. The reason why I find that interesting is because it's CNN trying to champion free speech and freedom of the press, when CNN's past actions have shown that they do not give one damn bit about free speech or freedom of the press. Did CNN care about free speech when they literally blackmailed somebody who created a meme that they didn't like? Did CNN care about free speech when they led the charge to deplatform and ban Alex Jones and InfoWars from the entire internet, essentially? Did CNN care about free speech when they once again led the charge to deplatform and shut down the social media network Gab? I think we can all argue that any reasonable person will look at CNN's past actions and see that they do not care one bit about free speech. What they care about is ratings, making a scene, and resistance, and that is why they are filing this lawsuit. Not because, freedom of the press is important to them. They've shown that that's not the case. Not because free speech is important. Not because due process is important or anything like that. They're doing this simply to embarrass Trump, and they're using it as yet another step on the path to resistance. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening. Why do you think CNN is suing President Trump? Do you agree with me and you think it's simply a way for them to embarrass President Trump? Or do you think that they honestly do care about free speech and freedom of the press? Let me know in the comment section below. As always, if you liked what you heard, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Both those things help me out quite a bit. And I will see you all next time.